Young Potato here.
Shirley Sugarfoot here.
Big Gorgeous.
From North America's favorite perf pop band, Big Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Say hi, Big Gorgeous.
Shut up.
You're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. And this one's going to be on the movie Uncle Peckerhead. This is from Dread Central and Epic Pictures, and it's written and directed by Matthew John Lawrence. But before I get into the review, if you're watching this, could you please give this video a thumbs up? And if you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. What this movie is about, it's about this band named Duh, and they have this tour where they're going to be going on for a tour for a week, and what happens is their van gets repossessed, so they need to find a van to use, or somebody should drive them at least to their shows. And they come across this van with this guy living in it named Peckerhead, and he's kind of living in the van, but he said, hey, I'll drive you around if you give me gas money and feed me and all that kind of stuff. So like, okay, fine, that's fair enough, that we'll do that. So he's driving them around, and after their first gig, they kind of get screwed out of what the money that they should have gotten. And here they end up finding out that their new roadie is actually a man-eating monster, or as he liked to refer to himself as, a thing. And they have to decide, are they going to continue to drive around with him like this, or are they going to stop the tour? And so they decide they're going to keep him around as long as he can control himself and with what's going on, because every night at midnight for 13 minutes he turns into this thing, and he has like a bloodlust for people. Movie came out in 2020, and it is 97 minutes long, and I gotta say, the name alone makes you interested in it. Like, Uncle Peckerhead, like what? And he said like that's what his father called him Peckerhead till the day he died, or something like that. So he's known as he's known as Peckerhead. So but he's kind of a very likable guy. He's very positive and supportive of them. He didn't even know what they sounded like. He's just like, oh, you're a band, that's great. And then he was like, watching their merch table, and he heard them, and he's helping the crowd get into them and that. So he's a very helpable guy. But the lead singer, she's not trusting him so much, especially after she found out about what he is. And then he's trying to get her to, on his side, because he's it's just something he has that he does, and he's trying to control it. And then the rest of the band wanted him to stay with them and everything. And they're just kind of like this fun band. They're kind of like this not pop punk. They're kind of like a punk. They're a punk band, but I wouldn't even know what to say the genre of the punk band is. In a way, kind of like Green Day in a way, but not now Green Day. Probably back in the 90s Green Day, like early 90s, kind of like that. The soundtrack to this is actually really good as well. One of the bands that is on here, and there's actually a music video, is The Holy Mess, they're called. The Holy Mess, and I actually know the lead singer from that. So it was really cool to see in the music video, that band on here. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were on here. It was really cool, and their music is great too. Not just because I know the guy, but like it is really good. So it's kind of a mixture. If you know that band, it's kind of sounds like that in a way too. But they're definitely a fun band. Like they get into these like kind of things. They have to stay overnight with this guy who's like referred to as has blowjob eyes, and he seems like a really nice guy. And then there's like this rival band who are like terrible, but they think they're the best in the world. There's a lot of things. It's actually pretty cool. If you ever were in a band, like growing up or now, you have to. It kind of like it's nostalgic in a way to you, because they're playing these places to like practically nobody, and I played to so many places like that. So it's kind of like it touched me, like made me flashback to like my first show, and like, you know, just a little couple people showed up for it and stuff like that, and having to travel places to where like nobody was there. And the whole thing too is they're waiting this whole entire, at the end of the tour, they want to play at this one place. I can't think of what it's called, but they want to play there and open for the Queef Queens. I'd like to see Queef Queens, you know, and possibly get a record deal, because Jen Jennings, I think her name is there, and they own a record label, and I think she's a drummer of the Queef Queens or something like that. So there's like a lot riding on this, and she's just waiting to hear from the guy that owns the place, that listened to their demo on tape. If you've ever had to put a demo on a tape, it's an experience. It's not as easy as nowadays with some people. With you know, I don't know. That's another thing. It doesn't really even say what year this is, but just based on the tape, if I feel like it's, you know, probably an older setting of a movie, but I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say. It's kind of like the movie Gotham. Like, what year is it? You know, or the show Gotham. I mean, what year is this happening? Because they have cell phones, but yet they're driving around in like old cars. I don't know, but yeah, I liked the movie though. I gotta say, I did like the movie. The only thing I didn't like is the ending. Now if they make a sequel to it, that'd be fine. But if it ends like this and it's the only movie they have, I think the ending is bad. But if it's supposed to be where they're gonna pick it right up after another one, that's probably how it would be. It would work out more. You know, it would work out for me. But like the way it ended, yeah, I didn't really care for the ending. But you know, the rest of the movie made up for it, I guess. And it did look good and sounded good. Like I said, great soundtrack. Very, very likable people. Like, the whole band is very likable. The drummer, she's kind of like this miserable girl, and she's like not afraid of death anymore and stuff like that. And like I said, Peckerhead is very likable. Lead singer is miserable too at times, but she's kind of like too nervous for things. And then the guitar player, the guy, he doesn't know how to talk to the audience, which, believe me, is it's nerve-wracking. I used to not look at people sometimes. I'd look at somebody I know, and he didn't know. He was stumbling through his words, and it was very like cringy. It's like, oh my god, you know, I feel so bad for him. But their music was good. I did really like the band and you know, pretty cool. But there's, you know, I'm gonna show you what's inside here and everything. But the Blu-ray specials, they actually they have a red band trailer, green band trailer, director and cast commentary, short film, and music video from the Uncle Peckerhead universe, which is the Holy Mess video. And there's also a feature on here. They don't have it on here, but you can actually listen to the songs from on here if you put it on. So I don't know why it's not on the back here, but that's pretty cool that they did that. And then the Blu-ray is here. It looks like that. It's kind of cool. And that's region free. And the movie did look good, and it sounded good, and there were subtitles, so everything worked out for me. And this is number 26 from Dread Central. If you're keeping track of all of them, you know, this is number 26. And I gotta say, this was a decent movie to watch. Like I just said, I didn't really care for the ending, but it's fun. It's a little over the top with, you know, the kills and that. It's gross, and they're, like I said, the likable characters just, you know, make up for it too. Like, I don't think that's the right word. I guess make up for the ending. But if the characters weren't likable, the movie wouldn't be the same, you know. And they were all very, very likable and fun. So I would say check this one out. But this also came in the mail, like Butt Boy. It came in a box, and this is a very cool top of the box. But this side says Uncle Peckerhead, and this side says Uncle Peckerhead, and this side says Uncle Peckerhead. And I can't imagine what the Postal Service thought when they were sending this out. So it's kind of funny. Inside here, it comes with this. They all come with this letter from like the director, and he tells you a little like thing about what he was going for and stuff like that. So you got like a letter here, and then you got a poster, a small poster inside. It's the cover of the album. I'm not going to open this up. It's the same thing, but you got that, and then there's like a card in here, saying about when it's coming out and all that kind of stuff. And then in here there was also a pin for the band Duh, which when I opened this up I didn't know what the hell Duh was. So that's pretty cool. And then you get this magnet, and it says, "Have you seen this thing called 1-800-FREE-DUH?" And so that's pretty cool. Again, you don't know what that is until you watch the movie. You get this cool sticker of Uncle Peckerhead. That's glossy. It's like that's pretty cool. That's neat. And then you get another sticker in here of Dread, for Dread Central. And then they actually sent a T-shirt, which won't fit me, but Shana can have it. And it's that on the front there. It's like the sticker, and on the back it says Uncle Peckerhead. That's very cool. They didn't ask me what size I was, and I'm sure this was the biggest size they have. But I appreciate that they didn't send like a small or medium. They probably just like, oh, just send them this size. Who cares? At least they saw, hey, this is one of our bigger reviewers, so let's just send them a shirt that may or may not fit, but it won't fit, but that's okay. It will get used. But yeah, Uncle Peckerhead. I'd say check this one out. It was a good time. It was fun. I enjoyed it, and I really do hope they make a sequel. I'd like to see a sequel to this, because like I said, the way it ends, it can't end like that. It just can't. I won't have it. But yeah, definitely a decent movie from, like I said, Dread Central and Epic Pictures. Very cool. It's a subtle T-Rex production, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat sound. But yeah, I thought everybody did a great job in this. I really liked the cast of characters, and I'd love to see them in other things together. Like I said, a sequel. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. If you're interested in purchasing this, I'll put a link below where you can purchase it. Also, I'll put a link below for the trailer, but like I always say, proceed with caution. The trailer may contain spoilers. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.